One more time. Oof. Good afternoon, Rotarians and guests. Welcome to the greatest day in Toledo Rotary history. Good to see everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th holiday. I would like to start today by asking past President Sharon Skilleter, as well as Executive Director Emeritus Kathy Tate, to come to the podium to lead us in a reflection, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the 4-way test.
Let's take a moment, still our hearts, our minds, and open our hearts. God, we ask your blessings as we honor our outgoing leadership team. Our sincere thanks for their guidance and for their sharing of their talents with us. May you also bless our incoming leadership team as they balance our Rotary traditions with the pressures of a constant changing world. As we dedicate ourselves to service above self, unify us in meaningful moments of peace and celebration. Amen.
I'm honored to lead the 4-way test today. Boy, I'm definitely going to... Oh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, will you do the 4-way test?
Okay, take 2. Yeah. Oh, I memorized it. I know what it is. I'm just like, okay. The 4-way test is very important, so I was really honored to be asked by Kevin, who's somewhere, to do this today. So, is it the truth? Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Is it beneficial to all concerned? Or will it be? Sorry.
We're all good.
I guess I forgot a lot of the lines.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Kathy. Great to see both of you. As we begin our meeting today, I'd like to thank and acknowledge Sunshine Communities as this month's sponsor, and Rotarian Cindy Kerr. So, Cindy, thank you very much. Does anyone have any guests with them today? And if so, would you please come to the floor mic to introduce them?
Hello. Is it on?
It is.
Okay. So I have with me Sydney Galloway. She is our summer intern at the National Museum of the Great Lakes. She's from the University of Toledo. She's going to be a junior next year. She's majoring in art history and graphic design. We're pleased to have her join us today at Rotary.
Excellent. Welcome. Glad to have you with us today.
President Travis, honey, everyone. We have our daughter, Bryn Tangeman, here today to watch her dad turn over the helm to Mr. Mullen up there.
Hi, Betty. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Kevin, would you like to take care of that later? Okay. As we enter this month, I do want to recognize some members who have some significant anniversaries this month. So, with 20-plus years of membership, we have past President Joe Tefelsky, Kate McPherson, and past President Dick Wolf. With 30-plus years, we have past President Bob DiNardo, past President Tom Backoff, and past President John Wasserman. And then also 40 years, John Clement. So as we begin this process today, I want to start by acknowledging the people who really get things done around this place. So if you happen to be a committee chair or co-chair this past year, would you please stand to be recognized? There you go. Thank you so much to everyone who works these committees. The committees is actually where the work of Rotary is done. It's not the board. It's not coming to lunch. It's the committees that make things happen. That's the ones that are making an impact in our world. So thank you very much for your service. Thank you for kicking that engine off and getting things going. And it's just going to keep going from here for next year as well. So thank you to all of you. Next, I'd like to acknowledge those who are on the board this year. So as I say your name, if you would rise, if you're here, President-elect Kevin Mullen, Vice President Scott Hinshaw, Secretary-Treasurer Heather Carnes, Candace Harrison, Roy Cherry, Gary Corrigan, Hannah Murad, Mike Noble, Kelly Trame, Donna Bogan, and Steve Miller. I have been on a lot of boards over the years, and I can honestly say this was the single greatest board I've ever worked with. Not only did we get along, we all had different perspectives. We all had different opinions, and no one was a yes person. Everybody stuck up for their beliefs. Everybody made everyone else better. And that's what you want in a board, and I could not have been luckier to have the people serve with me this year that did. So thank you so much to all of them. I'd also like to acknowledge 2 outgoing board members, and we're losing 2 really good ones off the board, and that is Donna Bogan and Steve Miller. Thank you for 3 years of amazing service to both of you. All right, at this time I'd like to ask Executive Director Jackie Bugaj to come to the podium with an update.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I think I sat in the farthest possible chair away from the stage today, but it's really nice to see all of you as we embark on a new Rotary year ahead. This past Rotary year has been really, really wonderful with all 300 of you. We ended June 30th with 313 Rotarians, which I think is amazing. Yes. Thanks to all of you for being a part of it. When I started in this club in 2021 with Bob DiNardo, we were at our lowest, I think, with 240 Rotarians. So we're very proud of this year and the efforts that we've had across the board. Let me see. Sorry, I am told I'll be doing these executive director updates a lot more often, so I'll get a lot more comfortable up here at the podium. But I am pleased to say, if you have not seen the news, we will be hiring a membership sales director position here in the near future. We've already started doing some interviews, have some really great candidates, and I am looking forward to having some staff on my team here. If you have not yet signed up for your committees, please do so. If you need help finding a committee that's the right fit for you, send me an email or a phone call and I'll help you settle in. We have about 12 or 14 different committees, some social, some service, and all of them do really great work. So if you need help, let me know. And also we have sponsorships available. I have created a sponsorship packet that outlines all of the different opportunities we have, the Monday meeting sponsors, we have holiday event sponsors, special event sponsors, and things like that. So if you are interested in being a sponsor, please let me know. And I think that concludes my executive director update. But I do now have the pleasure of presenting Travis with a gift for all of his hard work. It is this, which I'm sure he's not shocked to see. It is a gavel that's going to go in his office. But we are so proud of him, all the work that he did this year. And it really has truly been a pleasure to work with you all year. It has been hilarious. You guys probably don't want to see the chats that we have with each other, but he has been a good sounding board for me. If I need him to come over to the Rotary office, he's always there. He's been very dependable, and it has truly been a blessing to work with him. So, thank you. All right, and me? Oh boy, that wasn't in the script.
No. He's already changed
Okay.
scripts.
Also, we have, on behalf of the board, we have a couple of gifts as well. I thought, what better way for Travis to enjoy his newfound retirement than with the largest bottle of Tito's that I could possibly find.
I'm going to be the most popular person at my table. That's
You can't open that here.
damn it.
Although Steve Miller's off the board, so we don't have to listen to him anymore. And of course, this also, Travis's sacrifice is not alone. His family has also sacrificed, so the board has also got a gift for Tracy as well, and certainly appreciate what you have done as well. All right, and then I'm stepping away, and I'll let you keep going. Nobody get any ideas?
Okay, before you get the microphone back, I think we just have one more thing for Travis that he was not expecting. It is a special message from our friends in Honduras. So if you could cue up the message.
Travis, hola from Honduras. Thank you for your leadership as the president of the Rotary Club of Toledo. You had accomplished so much and changed your community and our community. As a thank you for your leadership, your fellow board member had sponsored something special for you in San Pedro Sula. We are going to be delivering food to the children, to the parents and grandfathers that work in the garbage town. All of this we are going to do in your honor. This is just an example of the impact that you have had. And we are so grateful for your friendship and leadership. Muchas gracias por todo lo que ha hecho por nosotros. Gracias, Travis. Gracias, Travis.
That was a low blow. Whew. That was amazing. I'm going to pull myself together a little bit on that one. Thank you. That was incredible. I appreciate it. Okay. Now I can breathe. Where were we? Sorry, I can't see through my eyes at the moment. Okay. Sorry. Okay, here we are. I had to get back into my stuff here. You can't do that to a man. That's just not right. Okay, so now that I've got some sort of composure back, I want to start by saying how grateful I am for this past year. This year has meant more to me than I could ever express, and honestly, it surprised me how much this year meant to me, and that video is a major reason why this organization means so much to me and why this year was so special. And having the honor and privilege to be in this position, I will be grateful for the rest of my life. Today is not about me. Today is all about Kevin. And I can't be happier about that. But before we get to swearing in our 115th president of Rotary Club of Toledo, I do want to mention just a few things. Jackie mentioned that we've had an incredible year of growth. That was everybody here in this room. You all did that. That wasn't me. That wasn't an individual. That was all of you. That was all of you seeing something special about this room and finding the people you wanted to be a part of that with you. And that is only going to continue. As Jackie mentioned, we have over 313 members in the club now. An incredible rebound from the lows of COVID in just a few short years. But what's interesting to me about that number is that Toledo Rotary is now more than 10% of the entire district membership. Right here in this room, we represent over 10% of the entire district. And to me, that's amazing. And so it's so fitting that the district governor is from our club this year at a time that we have such an influence and a position to lead in the district going forward. So another little thing I wanted to throw out there, and then I'll stop being a statistician. But one of the proudest things I am about this place is that we are now 33% female in this club. The highest percentage we've seen since I've been a member. As a proud husband to a very strong woman and a very proud father, female membership to me is as important as anything, because it's representing and being representative. And so to see that we are now at 1/3, and just 6 years ago we were at 18%. That trend is just going straight through. And if you look at our new members this year, We had 62 new or returning members this year. That's a fantastic year. And if you look at the pictures, it's about 50-50, male, female. So it is trending the right direction there as well. So that's going to be the end of my stats, but I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for those. I do want to acknowledge just a few folks. First, past President Cindy Binkley. Where are you? Cindy, I said it last year in my opening remarks. You set the table. You were that final leveling force coming out of COVID that allowed this year to happen. This year does not happen if you had not gotten all our ducks in a row, got everything settled, and gave us a launch pad to the future. That was your term. Thank you for doing that because it allowed us to have an amazing year. Next up, Murph. Where are you, pal? There he is. I don't know how many people know this or not, but during COVID, my personal company really took a hit. And I went to Murph at one point just trying to see what the viability of my employment would be someday if I ever had to go find one. And his answer was, oh, I want to hire you. And I started part-time and eventually became full-time with Murph. But Murph, I can't thank you enough, not only for your friendship, for your support, but also your flexibility in understanding the tasks and everything that goes with being president of this club, being so patient with the amount of time that's been involved. And I can't thank you enough, and I can't thank you enough for your friendship. Thank you. This next one's a twofer, and I know one's here. Scott Hinshaw, Vice President, as well as Secretary Treasurer Heather Carnes. The two of you on executive committee with me goes back to what I said earlier about people who all get along genuinely, but always keep each other in check. So when I get a wild hair idea to run with, I always had this calming force called Hinshaw that said, well, did you look at it from this perspective? I said, I sure didn't. And your friendship means everything to me, Scott. I could not be more appreciative. Your year as president next year, I'm looking forward to. Heather Carnes, I called her my therapist this year. She would literally regularly just text or call me and just make sure I was okay. And that meant everything to me. So thank you to both of them. Next up, maybe you guys have met this guy. He's about to be president, Kevin Mullen. Kevin, you and I started on the board together. We started in the club within 2 weeks, I think, of each other. You've been my brother in arms throughout all of this. And a couple years ago, we were at a large club conference in San Jose, and we heard a president talk about when you're going to be president of a Rotary Club, especially a large one, you have to know that you are going to take a bullet at some point for that club, and you're just going to have to take it. That man has been riddled by machine guns at this point. And it's always done from a perspective of what is right and what is deserved and what should be honored. And the way this man fights for the integrity of this club, for the future of this club, has me so hopeful for this coming year. It's going to be amazing, but as a sign of my gratitude, I'd like to call you up, if I may, and present you with a Paul Harris. Okay, we're almost there. Next up, Executive Director Jackie, will you please join me? Everybody knows this. This goes back to when Kathy, when you were here. The Executive Director is what makes this place run. And Jackie, you have been such an invaluable source of friendship, leadership, steadiness in a year of a chaotic brain that I just can't thank you enough for everything you do here, everything that this club doesn't even understand you are doing, because so much is done behind the scenes. And so I want to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done, and present you with a couple small things here. One, since you like pink.
Oh, thank you.
That's for you as well.
Thank you.
Okay. And I've got two more. Bryn and Tracy. It is very fair to say that you two took the brunt of this presidency. Every frustration, every stress, every worry came home, and you guys supported me. And you are always my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest supporters, but you were also my biggest critics when I needed them. Somebody to keep me in check, somebody to say you're overreaching, sometimes just breathe. I could not have made this year without the two of you. So I just want to say I love you both and I appreciate everything. So for you. Okay, I only have like 15 more people. I'm joking. Okay, so we currently stand at $11 in the presidential swear jar. Apparently, people have a really low perception of me because a lot of people said there's got to be 50 bucks in there. I'm like, I swear it wasn't that bad, but I am a few short because I've already said 3 today. I'm thinking so. We're just going to throw one more in there one more time, and that will be getting donated to the foundation. But Trace, if you'd like, you can put your flowers back in your vase that I stole last year, because I don't think Kevin swears like I do, so I think we're safe. So, to wrap it all up, to everyone here, thank you so much for a life-changing, amazing year. I've learned more about the world and about myself than at any point in my entire life in this past year, and it's because of all of you. Thank you. All right, Kevin. Come on over, Mr. Mullen. No way. She told me I can't. Okay. Ready?
Let's do this.
All right. President-elect Kevin, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kevin Mullen, do solemnly pledge
I, Kevin Mullen, do solemnly pledge
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Rotary Club of Toledo,
that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the Rotary Club of Toledo,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will at all times
and that I will at all times
uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
You're in? That was a period.
Period.
Kevin, you have been elected to the office of President of the Rotary Club of Toledo. I hereby declare that you and the new directors as being duly installed. And now, pass to you, President Kevin, our gavel as a symbol of the transfer of the club's leadership. It is emblematic of your office and an expression of the members' confidence in your leadership. President Kevin, please accept the gavel and the pin of your office, and my very best wishes for a wonderful year that I know you'll have. Congratulations.
So Travis walked out with the agenda. I have my own. That's right. All right, would all of the 2024-2025 officers and directors commencing service in those positions please rise and assemble on the stage to take oath of your respective offices? Scott Hinshaw, President-elect. Heather Carnes, Secretary-Treasurer. Roy Cherry, Co-Secretary-Treasurer. Candace Harrison, Vice President. Adam Cassie, Mari Davies, Casey Holk, Hannah Murad, Kelly Train, Mike Noble, and Gary Corrigan. Fellow Rotarians, each of you has been elected to the Board of Directors of the Rotary Club of Toledo. This is an indication of the esteem and confidence that our members have in all of you. We also believe you will uphold the high traditions of our club, that you will give the best of your ability to the furtherance of the interest of our club, and that you will carry forward the object of Rotary. Please raise your right hand, and please say, "I will," hopefully. Not right now. Not right now. I mean, you want to agree, I'm going to change what I'm about to ask. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your term to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution of this club? If so, please say, "I will." You are now installed members of the Rotary Club of Toledo Board of Directors. All right, you can go sit. Just taking out the arm. Thank you. All right, this time I will call past President Dick Wolf to the podium to acknowledge outgoing trustees of the foundation.
Thank you, President Kevin. We only have one outgoing trustee from the foundation this year, and it's Brent Kuzno. And Brent, I want to thank you for all your ideas, for all your energy with the foundation. Brent really has made a difference this year, so let's show our appreciation to Brent, please. I also want to acknowledge the outstanding job done by the development team for the 23-24 annual campaign. Thanks to these folks, we increased from last year to this year from 61% participation last year to 75% of Rotarians participating and contributing to the foundation. And we raised the amount contributed from $67,700 last year to $93,600 this year. So special thanks to Chuck Stocking, who was really our chair, Brent Kuzno, Pat Sheehan, Mary Mancini, and Mike McIntyre. They did a fantastic job with the campaign. I'd also like to, we have a new foundation trustee this year, Jim Barron, and we welcome Jim. And now at this time, I'd like to assemble those of you who are here on the Board of Trustees. We have several people out of town, but if you could come up to take the oath here on the dais. We have Jim Lehman, Mike McIntyre, Joe Tefelsky, Brian Kennedy, Sherry Sears, Dean Neese, Alex Dew, Jim Barron, and myself. So if you'd like to come up, please, I would appreciate it. I don't want to be alone up here, was I swear myself in. We do have several, unfortunately, who can't be here today. But I know they're all out doing good things. Right there is great, Alex. Thank you. Fellow Rotarians, each of you has been elected to the Board of Trustees of the Toledo Rotary Club Foundation. This is an indication of the esteem and confidence our foundation has in you. We also believe you will uphold the high traditions of our club, that you will give the best of your ability to the furtherance of the interest of our club and foundation, and that you will carry forward the object of Rotary. Please raise your right hand. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your term to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution of this club? If so, please say, "I will." I will. Therefore, you are installed as members of the Toledo Rotary Club Foundation Board of Trustees and officers for the ensuing year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dick. All right, here we go. This is so much more intimidating, so much more exciting, and so much scarier than I think I prepared for. But I am truly excited to be here. Standing here today, I can't help but feel a deep sense of awe. This gavel represents a legacy that stretches back more than 112 years. A legacy carried by some of Toledo's most remarkable community leaders. Men and women who, with vision and dedication, have tackled challenges, nurtured dreams, and truly made a difference in the lives of countless people in our community and around the world. It is so humbling to be entrusted with this responsibility to add my name to that storied list of 114 other community leaders. But alongside the humility, there is excitement, an eagerness to get started, to build upon the incredible foundation laid by those who came before me. I'm also filled with incredible gratitude for each and every one of the members of the Rotary Club of Toledo. The beauty and challenge of a role like this is that the true impact of this club cannot be achieved by a single individual. Travis said today was all about me, and it's not. It's all about us. It will take every single member of our club to do their part. If and when that happens, our community and our world will be all the better for it. As I stand here, I can't help but reflect on the people who've been with me every step of this Rotary journey. Past President Sharon Skilleter, you not only invited me to join this club, but you invested in my growth as a leader. Thank you. When I joined the club, I had no idea what I was getting into, but then Executive Director Kathy Tate immediately made me feel welcome and also pushed me to get involved. Without your leadership, your friendship, and encouragement, I wouldn't be standing here today. Thank you. I also want to thank President Travis. As many of you know, we've been practically locked at the hip since March of 2020, when the club was trying to navigate a global pandemic, a closing facility, and the loss of our office space. Holy crap, it's incredible to think everything that you and I have done together. I fully expect to get weekly texts and or calls from you throughout the year. At a minimum, I'm sure I can count on a mid-meeting text message telling me to cut off the speakers or something else. Not that I ever would have done that to you. And a huge thank you to our incredible executive director. Where'd she go? Hiding all the way in the back. Not for long, my friend. I am so looking forward to working with you, learning from you, and growing with you over the next 12 months. Thank you. I also be remiss not to thank my parents, George and Brenda, who could not be here today because they are hosting my daughter and my niece for a basketball camp in Indiana, which I'm sure she's excited to be there rather than here. They instilled the value of service above self from a young age. As a St. John's Jesuit grad, we called it being a man for others, and I can clearly see how those early lessons inspire me to serve our community to this day. I also know that the sacrifices that this role requires are not just mine, but also my family's, and I am so grateful to have the love and support of my wife, Danny, and 3 amazing kids, Juliet, Garrett, and Miles. Garrett and Miles, who I know are super excited to be here at a Rotary meeting, instead of at the pool or the baseball field. But I appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me. Why don't you guys see if Mom will buy you guys ice cream on the way home? What do you think? She probably won't. Well, that's a you problem, not a me problem, kid. All right, let's see if I can get this thing to work. So each year, Rotary International selects a new theme for the year. I have to admit, I was not excited when I saw the theme was the magic of Rotary. But I realized there's a lot of similarities to my goals for the club and the concept of magic. This year, I want us in everything we say and do to be intentional, be strategic, and be proactive. Magically is certainly all 3 of those things. You see, the magician has to be intentional and strategic with their movements and has to be proactive to make sure the viewer doesn't see behind the curtain, or else the magic is ruined. And magic is fun. I'm confident we are going to have a lot of fun this year. It's one of the many reasons why I'm excited to serve as president. But perhaps most important, magic isn't about the magician. It's about the audience. It's not about the servant. It's about those being served. And that's what Rotary is all about. Strategic, intentional, and proactive. These aren't just empty words. They stem from a core value instilled in me by my dad. Every morning, he'd send me off to school with a simple yet powerful phrase: make it a great day. Those words weren't just a wish. They were a call to action, a reminder that every day, every interaction is an opportunity to make a positive impact in the lives of those around us. That's the spirit I want us to bring to our work in the Rotary Club of Toledo. Let's be intentional about the projects we choose, making sure they align with our core values and best address the needs of our community. Let's be strategic in our approach, using our resources wisely and maximizing our impact. And let's be proactive, anticipating challenges and seizing opportunities to serve. By embodying these principles, by truly making it a great day for those around us, we can continue the incredible legacy of the Rotary Club of Toledo. Together, we can write a new chapter, one filled with service, innovation, and a lasting positive impact on our city, our nation, and the world. I want to highlight a few initiatives that we're excited to implement this year, and then I'll introduce the incredible community leaders who've agreed to serve as leaders for our committees this year. Strategic programs. I've asked the program committee to put together a list of priority organizations that our club wants regular updates from. So it didn't take long for that list to reach the several dozens. We want to keep track of the last time we heard from them. And then we're working to schedule presentations from priority organizations like our local elected officials, educational leaders, anchor institutions, and key employers in our region. We're going to engage in intentional service. One Monday per quarter, we will have a Service Above Self Day. Instead of the time you've allotted for attending lunch on a Monday, you'll be invited to participate in a number of service projects. I'm currently talking to a few Rotarians, but always looking for more who'd be willing to join me in sponsoring Rotarians at Work t-shirts, so that when we go out in the community, we're enhancing the brand and impact of our work here at Toledo Rotary. And proactive growth. As Jackie mentioned, we're in the process of interviewing and hiring a membership sales director to help Toledo Rotary continue the strong growth that we've experienced this past year. I feel strongly that each of the 500 largest employers in Toledo should have a member of their leadership team as a member of this club. This individual is going to be focused on that task. They'll also be responsible for following up with the guests to see if they're interested in joining Toledo Rotary. To pull from Travis's stat book, last year alone we had over 100 guests who attended meetings and have not yet joined this club. I'm going to ask for your patience and trust as we progress through the year. You can probably guess that I'm going to push the envelope in a number of areas. And I am placing my utmost trust in the board and committee leaders and each and every one of you to work together to achieve unprecedented success this year. This is not work that I'm doing alone, thankfully. I'm blessed to have the support of our incredible board, as well as strong new leaders at the service committee level. In addition to chair and co-chair, this year we are adding a new position at the committee leadership level, a past chair. This role will ensure continuity while also allowing us to introduce new leaders and start them on the path of future board service. All right, I'm going to ask everyone to join me on the stage, and we're going to see how full we can get this thing. So please join me on the stage as I read your name. The leadership for the Community Service Committee, past Chair Max Reddish and Chair Allison Hammonds. The Disability Service Committee, past Chair Brian Reed, Chair Julia Haig, and Co-Chair Dawn Bentley. Thank you for advancing those, Dominic. Environmental Service, Past Chair Adam Cassie, Chair Karen Rainey Walkins, and Co-Chair Karen Stremmel. International Service, Past Chair Danny Woodcock, Chair Brooke Schlageter, and Co-Chair Raina Dawson. Vocational Service, Chair Michelle Klinger, and Co-Chair Bethany Hefflinger. The Youth Committee, Past Chair Casey Hulk, Chair Yolanda Durden, and Co-Chair Whitney Keeler. Peace Subcommittee Chair Karen Stremmel. The Finance Committee, Past Chair Kurt Hitchner, Chair Jason Harris. Membership, Past Chair Alec Falkenberg, Chair Shanda Gore, and Co-Chair Emily Zarecki. The Program Committee, Past Chair Bob Reichert, Chair Alex Hollern, and Co-Chair Sam Meldon. Friendship Committee, Chair Carol Sobzak. And Reflection Committee, you didn't think the Tangemans were getting away scot-free, did you? Tracy Tangeman. How about a round of applause for our incoming committee leaders? So I asked them all to come up here because I want you to see their faces, because I want you to talk to each and every one of them about ways that you can get involved. I'm hopeful that each and every one of you will be active on at least one committee this year. So one more time, please join me in giving them a round of applause and thank you for your service. I'm excited to work with you. I was reminded that now I need to wash my hands after this meeting. I was like, I'm going to wait for him to sit down, then I'm going to invite him right back up. If I can have Adam Cassie come up real quick, we've got an upcoming service project that I'd like him to highlight. All the way up here. Come on up. I'm sorry.
I didn't know I was coming back up again. So as I'm stepping off of the environmental chair to past chair, we are in the middle of a service project, the Toledo Litter League. It is a competitive litter cleanup program. There's research out there, you've probably heard me already say, that if an area is clean, it's easier to keep it that way. People are less likely to litter in an area that looks nice, that looks like people take responsibility and care for it, which is what we want for all of Toledo, to show that it is socially unacceptable to litter anywhere. So we are in the middle of a competitive program. Last time we did a litter cleanup, new member Kim Danes and I were the only ones that were there. Kim, she did a great job. She actually recruited a random stranger, and the three of us cleaned up bags of litter. And then before that, it was just Jim Slattery and I as well. So it's just been a small group of people. I think if we had a huge group of Rotarians come out, our next one is tomorrow. So July 9th from 3 to 5. We've been focusing on Summit Street up near the TPS building. I think one good solid cleanup of a lot of people could get that area looking really good. If you are free tomorrow, towards the end of the day, come out 3 to 5 to clean up. We do have 2 others this month from, we've got Thursday, July 18th. That's a lunch one, 11:30 to 1:30, and then Saturday, July 27th, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And really just to show you, we've got 13 bags so far, which isn't a lot because our competition, Library Litter League, has 38 bags. Tarda has 46. Pickup Artists, which is the Arts Commission, has 46 as well, and Old West Enders is just a community group, and they have 90 bags. So we need to do a little bit better. Hopefully, I'll see lots of you there tomorrow or at a later date. You can sign up online. Keep an eye on the spoke for that link to sign up online. Thanks. Thank you.
All right, now I'm going to ask Scott Hinshaw to come up. He's looking at me like, wait, what? To talk about our important meeting next week and what's coming up with next week's Rotary meeting, strategic plan. Yes. Jason.
So what we've decided to do with the strategic planning committee, and for those of you who aren't aware, we've been working on this for a while now to update the strategic plan. We've got a ad hoc committee that was put together of various people across the club who've been doing a great job putting in time to be able to redevelop the strategic plan. So we also hired Jason Harris, Jason Daniels, who's been our, basically hired gun on this. He's putting together information. He has sent several different, he sent information to you folks. There's been a survey sent out, which I hope most of you have responded to. If you haven't, please do. He's collected information about it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn an entire meeting, which is going to be next Monday's meeting, right, into basically his sit down with club members. Okay, he's going to divide up the room into several different groups. He's going to focus on the key questions that he wants to find out more information about, and he's going to share information with you about what he's already collected and found out to date from the survey information. So we thought this would be a great way to kind of focus in on the strategic plan, get the answers that we need from the club, and also, obviously, to get your personal investment into the process, because that's what we want, right? We don't want to do this from a top-down kind of approach from the leadership team. So really looking forward to that opportunity. Jason's going to do a great job. When he's here, please come to the meeting because it'll be a great opportunity for you to provide your input as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Jackie. I'm happy to answer them. So thanks for giving me no warning on that whatsoever.
It's service above self-awareness. That was great. Our club has a history of, I will say, lackluster attendance at internal meetings. And this next week is an important opportunity for us to set the future direction for this club. And so I really hope it's great seeing so many filled chairs today. We're going to work on this looking less like a Catholic church as the year goes on and start filling in the front rows when you come in. But super excited for the year, excited for you guys to help me as we do this. There is one committee meeting today. The membership committee will be meeting in Summit A. And with that, we are off and running. Thank you. Make it a great day.